The IELTS test can be a bit overwhelming, but with enough practice and preparation, you can definitely achieve the band score that you are aiming for. So today we are here to discuss about few tested and tried tips that would be definitely useful for you for your upcoming IELTS test. Point number 1. Having a very good ear for the accent. Did you know that listening test for each module has been just played only once? A range of native language accents like North American, New Zealand, Australian, British accents have been used in your listening test. So it would be a huge advantage if you could practice with all these accents. So here we are to recommend you few channels and English podcasts that would definitely be helpful for you to get accustomed with these different accents. Point number 2. Read the directions very carefully. Especially in your listening and the reading test, they will clearly mention on top of your questions. Please read the instruction carefully and please make sure to complete your sentences or words by writing no more than 2 words or even no more than 3 words. So what does this even mean? For example, if your answer is leather coat, you're not supposed to write the word coat made of leather because it is more than 2 words. So please make sure to read all these instructions very carefully. Likewise, for your writing task, there will be a word limit or a word count. For instance, for the writing task 1, for your academic or general, you're supposed to write 150 words and above. If you're going to make it below than that, you're going to lose your scores. So please make sure to read all the instructions and directions carefully before answering each and every question. Point number 3. Do a lot of drills and practice tests. Yes, did you know that your listening test will take 40 minutes long? They will also be giving you 10 minutes time to take down your answers in a separate answer sheet. So during these practice tests, please make sure to pace yourself with the time limits. By doing so, it will not only help to simulate your time constraints, but will also help you to focus on your strengths and weaknesses. So it will help you to devote your time more on the parameters which you are weak at. Especially for the reading task, they will not give you extra time to transfer your answers to an answer sheet if you're looking for a paper-based test. So please make sure to practice and take down your answers while you're doing a lot of drills. And please follow us. Sample tests have been given in our website that would definitely be helpful and useful during your IELTS test. Point number 4. Develop a proper strategy. With ample knowledge of its tests and its parts, you can actually follow in a lot of time-saving methods and techniques that would help you to answer your questions efficiently. For example, in the listening test, while you're listening to the audio, please make sure to underline the keywords that would be given to you, especially when they're giving you 30 seconds of time. By doing so, you'll also be able to focus on the question as well as you'll be able to know which answer to look out for. Similarly to your reading task, certain question it demands you and it requires you to look out for the answers. So what you can do is, rather than wasting your time in reading the whole passage, you can actually look out for the correct information from the question and look it straight into the passage. That will also help you to save your time. These methods might not be useful for the others, but what I would suggest you is try to adapt and take in few techniques and strategies that would be helpful for you. It not only saves your time, but definitely will help you to solve and get in better band scores for sure. Point number 5. Write like a native English speaker. So reading and writing goes hand in hand. A lot of people who come down for our sessions, they always keep telling me and berating about the same old thing by saying, writing is very difficult. We are not able to score the marks. We are not able to do this. We are not able to do that. But why? There should always be a reason. We are not from the Shakespeare's lineage, so it doesn't mean that we need to write prim and prom. But I would gently suggest my students and especially the viewers, especially when you're looking for the writing task, please make sure to not focus only on the IELTS part. You need to read a lot of range of text from journals, newspapers, and please adapt yourself with a lot of vocabularies, phrases that would definitely be helpful for you to write down your essay writing. So essay writing is actually an organized pattern and a structure. So there are a lot of tutorials and a lot of papers and formats are available. But you need to follow which format is very helpful for you. So there are 4 factors where writing task has been evaluated. First, on your structure. Second, on the lexicons, we call it the vocabulary. Third, you're coherent. So what do you mean by coherent? Are the paragraphs connected? Last but not the least, it falls under the accuracy peripheral. What do you mean by accuracy? Your grammar, your spellings, and your punctuations, they all play a very important role when it comes under the writing task. Writing is something which is not just that you write something, you read something and put it on a paper. You need to follow all these techniques, bring them on a paper, try writing it again and again and again, and please make sure that you have someone to evaluate and tell you where you go wrong and where exactly you need to work on. So here we are with the final point, finding a very good study partner. So having a friend with some good knowledge in English will definitely be a huge advantage for you, especially when you're practicing your speaking test. Rehearse with your friends and try to ask them for good feedbacks. So when you record your statements, this will help you to enhance on whatever skills you're weak at. For instance, when you're able to record a statement and especially you're able to listen to it, you will be able to ask these questions for yourself. Did you speak too fast? Were you mumbling or stuttering with your statements? Or were you able to give a coherent answers? So these recording statements and properly practicing with a friend will definitely give you a proper feedback and which will definitely help you to focus on your speaking test for sure. So here we are with the final 6 tips and technique that has been tested and practiced by all of our students. Please make sure to follow them, and if there are any questions in here we are for you to help you and assist you to achieve your great band score.